yo, 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 yo. Postpartum. Ha! Shame. It is not for the faint-hearted, Bandase. It literally is not. It's for the tough cookies. And I've realized, but I'm the tough cookie. Okay, I've realized, but wow, girl, you are pretty tough. So I've made a video because obviously, I mean, I deal with all these things. Like, I'm like, oh my word, really, 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 postpartum. The first time I had a baby, I didn't pay that much attention. But the second time, I'm like, so obviously, I have a list in my head. I didn't write it down about the peeves, postpartum peeves. That's why I've named this video postpartum peeves. Just to vent, because I do need to vent. Okay, my friends are not new moms like me. I don't know if they still remember some of the things that um you go through. Sometimes you don't pay attention. Like I said, the first time I had a baby, I didn't pay attention. I just wanted to be okay. Now I'm like, I'm paying so much attention, and I just have to vent, my guy. The first thing I need to vent about, one of the peeves, is the pain. Your nipples crack, your boobs become engorged, like so big. Like they become so big, like you can literally feel the vein that's carrying the milk, or the duct that's carrying them. It hurts. Hurts. I was literally doing this that other day. I was like, oh my gosh, I can feel it now. I need to breastfeed the baby to help release the engorgement. The baby will suck you dry. Your nipples will hurt, especially boys. I have a boy. They will suck the living daylights out of you. But I'm promoting breastfeeding, guys. Please breastfeed. Yes, you will survive the breast pain. It's not the end of the world. So do breastfeed your babies, please. Thank you. Another pain is the vaginal pain. Because you've pushed a head out that's 10 centimeters, that area will be sore. It will be so tender. With even the pads that you use, they need to be the really soft ones. I don't like the ones that are super absorbent, because they tend to be painful. I like the ones that are airy. If they have airy in their description, I'm like, yeah, I'll take that one. Yeah. And since you've pushed an entire baby out, you might tear. So it could be a first, a second. Oh, baby. It could be a first, second, or a third degree, or a fourth degree tear. The first and the second, the first tear, degree tear is the top layer of the skin. So it's not normally that hectic, but it can be hectic as well. And so the second degree is the top layer and the skin underneath that. The third is the top layer that's underneath, and then and so forth and so forth. But a third and a fourth degree tear are get stitched by a doctor. In theater, you go to theater. But a first and a second degree, a nurse administers it. So I've had, in my first pregnancy, it was a second degree tear, and then in my first pregnancy, it was a second degree tear, and then in my second pregnancy, it was a delivery, it was a first degree tear. So it is quite hectic, I tell you. Okay. And so the stitches hurt. You get stitched all the way from your vagina to your arse area, and it makes taking a dump or taking a shit really, really painful, because what happens is that it's so hard to even push the shit out first, and then normally you get constipated, and I'm gonna be as graphic as graphic as possible. Ibazingathe. I can't even say that in English. I don't even know what that is in English. But itoilet yakho ibazingathe. So ke ngoku imagine indlela ebabuhlungu ngayo xa izinqathi. Whatever. Another so that's my other peeve. The fact that I'm constipated and it's 5 weeks postpartum. The pain gets better with time. The constipation, I don't know. I have a good day and I have a bad day. If I'm able to go to the toilet and it's perfect, I'm like, oh, perfect. And then all of a sudden, oh, Lord, it hurts again. Okay, it really, really hurts. And I would recommend maybe some stool softeners because I was using Essence of Life helps. Milk of Magnesia helps. Just to soften it a little bit, but I don't normally take them daily. I just hate taking them daily. Okay. There's my pride and joy. There's my pride and joy. Okay, let me just. Okay, the oh yeah, that's what I said. And then there is the other one. It's the constipation, it's the pain, it's the stitches, it's the air bubbles. So what happens? You take a bath, right? You're naked the whole time. You bend, you lotion yourself and stuff. And guess what? Air gets trapped in your vagina. Small air bubbles get trapped in, and it feels uncomfortable to have air bubbles trapped in your vagina. And that's because you stretch during birth, and so your vagina obviously doesn't immediately just go back. But Kegels helped. I've noticed when I started being consistent with them. When I started feeling better, I became consistent with Kegels, and I got less and less air bubbles down there. And I also wear underwear immediately after I've taken a bath because I prancing around naked doesn't work anymore. I don't want air trapping down there. So I wear underwear immediately and I do my Kegels. Helps a million, okay? But when you have one trapped, it feels weird. It feels like it just feels weird. It just feels weird. Another thing that I cannot stand is the freakage leakage. It's leaking. I leak a lot, especially when I'm in bed, when I'm lying in bed. So the baby will drink from the left boob, and then the right boob will leak. They drink from the right boob, the left boob will leak. Okay, so it just makes for a very uncomfortable wet situation. We are in May and it's approaching June, and I'm hoping by June I'll have stopped leaking. But I doubt it. Because me and baby will get a flu if it continues like this. I do bring a towel to bed. The sheets get wet and the towel gets wet. I do have a pretty heavy high milk supply. So, which is a huge blessing because I do know that not everybody. Oh no, someone. Come on. Not everybody has this high milk supply, so I should be grateful, but it does tend to be annoying. Okay, so oh my word, my weave looks like ingathi. What the hell? I didn't want to style my hair. I thought, okay, let me just make this video quickly. I don't want to style my hair, but the weave looks as cracky. I don't know. I think a light blow dry would have helped it or whatever, or an ironing session. I ain't got time for that. Okay, last but not least, my last peeve, postpartum peeve, is that I have to explain to people why I need to drink a drink or drink coffee or drink water or why I'm hungry all the time. I am breastfeeding. This champ over here, yes, that one, he drinks a lot. He is always drinking. And last, I wanted to just add the fact that I wanted to add the fact that yeah, my belly has gone down. This wasn't what I was using for the belly. I'm using tights. Those, it's not Skims. They look like Skims, a cheap version of Skims that I bought at what's the shop? I forgot. But they actually helped with my belly, in essence of like also helps with the belly go down. And now I'm using this waist trainer that my sister gave me. Yeah. So hopefully everything will go back to normal in a jiffy. And as I'm on my cute son, 5 weeks, the apple of my eyes. Okay, that will be a wrap.